If you're house hunting in North County, San Diego, there's a good chance you're looking in the wrong place. Here's the truth: most buyers chase the same popular areas and totally miss the neighborhoods where the smart money is going. After more than a decade helping families buy and sell across San Diego, I'm breaking down the suburbs in North County that offer the best bang for your buck. Whether you're buying under $1 million or aiming for a beachfront dream home, by the end of this video, you'll know where the best value is hiding, which areas are heating up, and even which luxury markets are starting to cool off. Let's dive in. All right, so if you're looking to stay under $1 million mark, but still want a solid investment, this is the price range to watch. These areas are on the rise with new development, growing communities, and tons of potential. So for this range, let me tell you about a city that's doing really well right now, maybe even better than you'd expect. It's called San Marcos. This used to be one of those places people saw as a budget-friendly option in North County, but now it's way more than that. San Marcos is starting to level up, and lots of folks are starting to notice. Home prices are hovering right around $950,000, which is up about 1% over last year, and the average household income here is a little over $100,000. But what really makes this place stand out is how fast property values are rising. It's quietly becoming one of the top investment spots in the region. A big part of that, the North City project. This is a huge development that's adding thousands of homes, 1 million square feet of office space, 250 hotel rooms, and a legit restaurant and brewery scene that's giving some coastal towns a run for their money. Think of it like a downtown for North County, except you can actually find parking. Plus, you've got Cal State San Marcos right in the heart of the city. It brings in over $450 million a year to the local economy and helps keep the energy young, fresh, and full of potential. That also means local events, concerts, sports, and just that cool, low-key college town vibe. But here's what really sets San Marcos apart: new construction. Most of North County is filled with older homes. Not bad homes, but you're usually looking at stuff from the 80s and 90s. In San Marcos, you've got options that are brand new, modern, and by San Diego standards, still reasonably priced. You've got neighborhoods like the Hill District with townhomes starting in the low 700s, Amplitude with the 1,500 to 1,900 square feet townhomes starting right around $775,000, and at Peak 59, where you grab something nearly 2,300 square feet for just under $1 million bucks. And when you want to get outside, there's always Lake San Marcos, which is perfect for walking the dog, a quick run, or a mellow paddle. So if you're someone looking for a newer home, walkability, and a city that's actively growing, San Marcos might be your spot. It's also super central with easy access to the 78 and the 15 freeway, so you're not stuck in suburbia. You can actually get places. All right, now let's head to the coast over to Oceanside. This city has come a long way in the last 10 to 15 years or so. What used to be a rough around the edges military town is now one of the most talked about coastal spots in all of San Diego County. And honestly, it's earned the hype. Home prices in Oceanside average right around $900,000, which is pretty competitive for a beach city. The population is just under 175,000, and income levels are a bit more spread out depending on what part of the city you're in. But that is kind of the beauty of it. Oceanside's got a little bit of everything. On the coast, you've got high-end luxury condos, boutique hotels, rooftop bars, and a great surf culture. Head inland a few miles, you'll find more traditional suburban neighborhoods with parks, good schools, and more space to stretch out. And the downtown area has totally transformed. There's a whole new lineup of restaurants, cafes, and breweries and shops popping up all the time, plus 2 big boutique hotels, the Seabird and Mission Pacific, right along the water. And yes, the rooftop at Mission Pacific with the ocean views, solid date night material. You've got the Oceanside Pier, the historic Top Gun House, and the Oceanside Sunset Market, which may be the best farmers market in all of North County, San Diego. And when it comes to new development, Oceanside's been going big. All along the coastal corridor and east of the 5, you're seeing tons of growth, modern condos, sleek townhomes, and custom homes in neighborhoods like South O and Fire Mountain. And one to keep your eye on, North River Farms, which is probably the newest community up in Oceanside. It's a master plan community in the northeast part of the city that's adding brand new homes, community spaces, trails, and even plans for an agri park. If you're looking for that fresh, modern vibe with a little bit of breathing room, this is definitely worth checking out. Now let's talk about the lifestyle in Oceanside for a second. If you're a surfer, biker, runner, or someone who just wants to be near the ocean without paying La Jolla prices, Oceanside is hard to beat. And if you commute, you've got the coaster and quick access to the 5 and 76 and 78 freeways. It's one of the few places where you can live by the beach in San Diego County without being a millionaire. Not too bad, right? Now let's check out the price range where a lot of families end up, between that $1 million to $1.5 million mark. It's where you can find amazing communities without having to pay beach town prices. But before you do that, my name is Bern McGovern with the Off to 56 home team here in San Diego. If you're still with me, chances are you may be looking to buy, sell, or just keep an eye on the market here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I break down the real estate trends, neighborhoods, and hidden gems all here in San Diego, stuff you won't find in a typical Google search. Okay, these next 3 neighborhoods are where smart families go. They want great schools and a good lifestyle lifestyle without spending a fortune. We're talking about Rancho Peñasquitos, Rancho Bernardo, and Poway. Rancho Peñasquitos, also known as PQ, has a median home price of just under $1.5 million, and around 60,000 people live here. Families love it here partly because of the school district. Rancho Peñasquitos is part of the acclaimed Poway Unified School District, which ranks number 2 in all of San Diego County. That's a huge reason why people continue to move here. In fact, that was a big reason why my family and I moved here as well. You've also got access to Los Peñasquitos Canyon Preserve with hiking trails and wide open spaces. It's a great way to stay connected to nature, especially as that's getting harder to find here in San Diego. Plus, the community sits right off the 56 freeway, so you can get to the beach, downtown, or inland pretty easily, which was a huge selling point for us as well. The neighborhoods are well established with big trees, nice parks, and that calm suburban vibe families are always looking for. The one negative I will say about it is, although there is good shopping and dining options nearby, there aren't a ton of great spots directly in the community itself. Most homes here were built in the 1980s and 1990s, so they're solid, and the yards are a lot bigger than some of the nearby neighborhoods like Pacific Highlands Ranch and Del Sur. Rancho Peñasquitos is a great choice for families who want a strong community and a stable place to live. Plus, the high incomes here help keep the neighborhood family focused and the property values steady. So next up, we have Rancho Bernardo and Carmel Mountain Ranch. Rancho Bernardo's average home price is about $1.2 million for single family homes, and while prices are definitely going up, what's really shaking things up here is Apple. Yes, that Apple. They just bought a huge campus for $445 million. It used to be a Hewlett-Packard building, and it's massive. Apple plans to bring about 5,000 high-paying tech jobs to the area by 2026. That means a lot of people will be looking for homes nearby, and that's already starting to drive demand here. And we can attest to this as we've helped 4 families in the last 12 months buy a home in the area. Rancho Bernardo has always been a well-designed, well-planned-out community with golf courses, green spaces, and that clean suburban feel families love. But now with Apple moving in, the area is seeing even more growth. The local economy is picking up, and more restaurants, stores, and services are showing up to support the growing number of people moving here. It's also a super convenient place to live. You've got easy access to shopping, dining, and fun things to do. In fact, Carmel Mountain Ranch has one of the largest shopping hubs in all of North County, San Diego. The community centers and parks are really well maintained and built for people who want to stay active. And if you're looking for new construction, you may be in luck. The trails at Carmel Mountain Ranch are one of the few spots along the 56 corridor that still has new construction. Prices range from about $900K up to about $1.5 million, which is not too bad by San Diego standards. Apple's move into Rancho Bernardo is attracting more professionals who want to live close to work. That's turning the area into a rising tech hub, and it's creating real opportunities for property value to keep going up. So if you're looking for a place with strong job growth, high demand, and long-term value, Rancho Bernardo and Carmel Mountain Ranch are some of the most exciting spots in North County right now. But if you're looking for more space, great schools, and maybe a little bit of country flair, then the next community we're looking at is the real standout. I've always felt like Poway sits its own little category. It is its own city, but it's only about 25 minutes from downtown, and its location, some people consider it East County, some say it's North County. Whatever you want to call it, it definitely has its own vibe, and with its motto, city in the country, it definitely holds true to its name. Poway's average home price is right around $1.3 million, and here's why families are willing to pay that. It's home to the number 2 rated school district in all of San Diego County. These school scores are a huge reason why so many families want to move here. If parents are focused on their kids' education, Poway Unified is right at the top of the list. To be fair, Rancho Bernardo and Rancho Peñasquitos are also in the same school district. Poway still has this small town vibe. It's super family friendly. There are great parks, sports fields, and rec centers that make it easy to stay active and enjoy the outdoors. The downtown area has also been upgraded. I particularly love the old Poway area. There are cute shops, restaurants, and that bring people together all the time, and the whole place is set up for people. It also has one of the best farmers markets who like spending time outside, whether it's hiking, biking, or just hanging out in the community spaces. It also has one of the best farmers markets in North County as well. Now, the homes here aren't cheap, but that's because you're getting access to some of the top rated schools around, but it's one of the few areas where you can still find a starter home for around $1 million and also a $5 million estate. Investing in a home here means you're also investing in top level education and a really solid community. But if you thought those prices were high, just wait until we get to the coastal communities. That's where things really get interesting. Now this is where North County gets really interesting and way more expensive. I'm talking about the coastal communities that really define North County lifestyle. Places like Carmel Valley, Del Mar, Carlsbad, and Encinitas. All right, let's talk about Carmel Valley for a second, where luxury meets perfectly packed school lunches and everyone's decked out in Vuori or Lululemon.
Just kidding. That's all of San Diego.
The average home price here is about $2 million, and the typical household income tops $200,000. So yeah, we're firmly in the high achieving family with a Google Calendar that looks like a game of Tetris. About 60,000 people live in Carmel Valley, and it's one of North County's go-to spots for families who want that polished, upscale lifestyle. You got Juan Paseo and Del Mar Highlands bringing the food, shopping, and people watching game to a whole new level. And for the kids, you got parks, playgrounds, playgrounds, rec centers, you name it. The real perk here is the location. You're close to the beach, but just inland enough to skip some of that coastal fog. And yes, schools here are top tier. That's kind of the theme here in North County, but Carmel Valley takes it very seriously. Like my third grader just built a robot series. The campuses are modern, the ratings are strong, and the academic culture is pretty intense, but in a good way. The neighborhoods have that master plan look and feel. Wide roads, underground utilities, smooth sidewalks, and neighborhoods that were clearly designed by people who met a toddler on a scooter. Right now, there are over 80 homes for sale, which is more than the number of pending sales. Homes typically sit on the market for about 15 to 25 days, and the top end stuff often north of $3 million bucks. So who's moving here? Mostly high earners who want that perfect mix of luxury, convenience, and strong schools, plus a short drive to job centers in places like UTC, Rancho Valley, or La Jolla. Think newer homes, low maintenance living, and a neighborhood where everything just works. Carmel Valley is for families who want it all: modern perks, coastal access, and zero surprises. But if you want to see what the real coastal premium looks like, we're heading next to Del Mar. All right, let's talk about Del Mar, the place where the ocean views are epic, the real estate is elite, and even the seagulls probably have a trust fund. The median home price here sits right around $3.2 million, which was actually down 4% from this time last year. It's a tiny exclusive community with just under 4,000 residents, and the average income is over $120,000 per person, which I actually thought was kind of low. Del Mar is one of the most expensive coastal towns in all of California and wears that title proudly. The combo of limited land and prime oceanfront location makes homes here rare, valuable, and basically immune to big market dips. And you're not just buying a house here, you're buying into a lifestyle that includes barefoot walks to brunch and a whole bunch of Teslas. You get that classic mix of historic charm and modern luxury. There are beach cottages, designer builds, and everything in between. The beaches are incredible. Restaurants definitely lean a bit more upscale, and the whole town has a smooth blend of laid-back luxury and quiet confidence. And there's always something going on in Del Mar. No matter what time of year it is, you got the Del Mar racetrack, the fairgrounds, summer concerts, Sunset Farmers Market. It's lively without being chaotic and classy without trying too hard. Think yoga in the park meets wine tasting at the beach. And because there's so little land, especially beachfront, homes hold their value like a treasure chest with ocean views. You just can't add more coastline, and the demand to live here hasn't slowed down. And if you're looking for privacy, prestige, walkable beaches, and a town that feels like a vacation year-round, Del Mar delivers. Just bring your checkbook and maybe some gold bars. But if you want a coastal spot that's easier on the budget, the next community we'll talk about might surprise you. Let's talk about Carlsbad, aka North County's favorite beach town for families who still want to make soccer practice by 4 p.m. A pain I know all too well. The average price for a single family home here is right around $1.6 million, which is up just 2% from this time last year. So yeah, it's holding steady, but still far from what you'd call affordable, unless your definition of affordable involves skipping lattes for the next 37 years. That said, Carlsbad is a great place to live. It's super family friendly, has great schools, tons of parking, and yep, it's home to Legoland, California. My kids absolutely loved this place when they were little. Now here's the tricky part. While the average household income is right around $140,000, most single family homes start at $1.5 million and go up from there. So unless you've got two solid incomes or some help from the bank of mom and dad, buying a house here can be a stretch. There are still condos and townhomes starting right around the $650,000 mark, which helps, but it's still San Diego coastal real estate. We're not exactly shopping the clearance rack here. But the lifestyle, it's top tier. You've got beautiful beaches, a charming walkable village, solid restaurants, well-kept roads, clean parks, and some really well-planned neighborhoods. And it's got that rare combo of feeling both relaxed and well-run, like someone who surfs at 6 a.m. and still shows up to their HOA meeting with a PowerPoint. Carlsbad is also super connected. You've got quick access to the 5 freeway, and you're close to Encinitas, Oceanside, and even San Marcos if you need to bounce inland. It's basically a hub for North County life. The market here is steady, not wild. That 2% price increase tells you demand's still strong, but buyers aren't throwing elbows like they used to. In fact, we're currently selling a beautifully remodeled 5-bedroom home just off Cannon Road for $1.75 million. That same house would easily push past $2 million in Encinitas or Solana Beach. So what does Carlsbad give you? A family-focused beach lifestyle, great schools, walkable neighborhoods, and enough to do that your weekends basically plan themselves. It's not cheap by any means, but compared to other coastal towns, you might get a little bit more bang for your buck. Now, if you're looking for something a little different, maybe a more relaxed and artsy, our last coastal town might be your vibe. All right, now let's talk about Encinitas, the place I thought all of San Diego looked like before I moved here. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. But if you're dreaming of the classic California beach town with surfboards, smoothie bowls, and someone biking barefoot with a guitar on their back, this is the spot for you. The average price for a single family home here is right around $2.2 million. And while that's definitely up there, prices are actually down by about 6% since the start of the year. So hey, in Encinitas terms, that's basically a discount. About 61,000 people live here, and the average household income is right around $150,000, but no one moves to Encinitas just for the stats. They come for the vibe. It's got this perfect mix of chilled beach life and upscale living, and a lot of professionals choose it because they want to be near the ocean, but maybe not pay full-on Del Mar or La Jolla prices. And don't get me wrong, it's still super expensive, just the treat yourself version, not the sell a kidney type version. The beaches are next level. Seaside Beach is one of my personal favorites, and Moonlight Beach is basically a greatest hits album for families, easy parking, volleyball, snack bar, and actual bathrooms. If you know, you know. And what about downtown Encinitas? It's super walkable, great date night vibes, and plenty of spots where the food is organic, the people are barefoot, and the coffee is strong enough to launch you into space. It's also one of those towns that somehow kept its small town charm while still adding things like trendy restaurants, wellness studios, and exactly 47 places that will happily sell you an acai bowl. And on the school front, it's actually served by two different school districts, the Encinitas Union School District as well as the San Dieguito Union School District. Both are well rated and pretty competitive, which is a big reason why families move here. So yeah, Encinitas gives you that full California coastal experience, surf in the morning, tacos at lunch, sunset walks with your dog. It's got a great community vibe, tons of outdoor living, and just enough quirks to keep things interesting. Now let me break down the top picks for each price range to help you decide what's best for you and your family. All right, let's wrap this up with some real talk. If I were buying a home in North County right now, here's where I'd personally be looking based on value, not necessarily what's best overall, but what I think offers the strongest mix of opportunity, lifestyle, and long-term upside. If you're looking under $1 million, I'd definitely go with San Marcos. The city is on the rise. You've got big development projects like North City, new construction still happening, Cal State San Marcos fueling the local economy, and an easy central location. It's a spot where you can still buy something new-ish without blowing past that $1 million mark, and that's getting pretty rare here in San Diego. And if you're looking between $1 million and $1.5 million, Rancho Peñasquitos is my pick. I'm probably going to be a little bit biased on this one because this is where my family call home, but there's a big reason why. It's got great schools, quiet neighborhood, and super convenient for commuting. It feels established, family focused without being too boring. And with the Apple campus coming to nearby Rancho Bernardo, I think this area could get even more attention in the coming years. And if you're looking over $1.5 million, I think I'd go with Carlsbad, mainly because your money goes a little bit further here. You're also paying for the lifestyle here, and honestly, it delivers. Coastal access, great neighborhoods like La Costa, Bresci Ranch, and Aviara, all great spots. It's got tons of parks and trails, good schools, and a real sense of community. If you're going to stretch your budget, Carlsbad gives you a lot back. Now again, these aren't only the good spots. Oceanside, Poway, Encinitas, Lana Beach, Rancho Bernardo, all great depending on what you're looking for. If you want walkability, definitely go coastal. You want a bigger lot or top-rated schools, maybe check out Poway. It all comes down to what fits you and your lifestyle and your budget. But if I had to place a bet on one area with the biggest potential over the next decade, I'd actually say Escondido. It's still more affordable, has a walkable downtown, cool breweries and coffee shops popping up all the time, and a ton of upside. If investment keeps flowing in, and I think it will, Escondido could be one of the most transformed cities in North County 10 years from now. So there you have it. That's the lay of the land. North County San Diego has something for just about everyone, whether you're chasing growth, good schools, or the dream of living near the coast. At the end of the day, it's not about finding the best neighborhood. It's about finding the one that fits you best, your lifestyle, your budget, your goals. So if you're ready to start your North County home search, I'd love to help you find the right fit for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. Shoot me an email at bern@off56.com and let's set up a time to chat. I know this area inside and out, and 2025 could be your year to land that dream home. But don't go just yet. Check out my next video linked right here below. I break down why so many people are fleeing San Francisco and LA for San Diego, and some of the reasons might even surprise you. Thanks for watching, and catch us next time. Bye.